Hello everyone, Jeff and Jay here with Jaysbigadventure. Today we're going to change the coolant on our 2012 BMW K1600 GT. This is one of those jobs where, first of all, we have to take off all the Tupperware. So we're going to start by removing left and right body panels, upper and lower. And what I do, just to keep things easy, is when I take a screw off, I just tape it right to the hole. These screws are different lengths throughout the bike, so if you get them mixed up, sometimes you'll have trouble down the road. So we're going to take these guys off. These guys, there's a coupler on the front. We're just going to go around both sides and take bolts off until we can get the upper and lower panels off on both sides. This little bugger was hard to find. With the factory fog lights, it's a little tough to get that panel off, but look at the focus here. That's the last one to come out. Okay, well, Jay is pretty happy with his handiwork here. We got each individual piece off. The screws taped where they need to be. Thanks for your help, Jay. Now we are ready to do the other side. This is what the bike looks like without the side panels on it. Time to repeat the process. So we have the bike properly taken apart so we can continue the work. What we're going to do is drain the coolant, and then we have to bleed it. There's a bleeder screw here, and then there's one on the other side that I'll show you. But the filler for the radiator is here, and this is where the catch tank is, and you can tell, well, I've been having some overheating issues because my coolant is quite low. One of the things we're going to do to help this is to add a product called water wetter, and it is supposed to increase the efficiency of the coolant on a microscopic level by breaking down the surface tension of the liquid, which means there's more liquid in contact with more radiator and engine parts. The other bleed screw, which is kind of tough to see, is right here. And we'll have to fill the system, loosen those bleed screws, bleed it, and then go for a ride. Thanks, Jay. Okay, to drain the coolant, we are going to loosen this bottom hose on the back side of the bottom side of the water pump. Here's the brake lever. Here's our bleed screw we're going to use to get the air out. We'll loosen this and then pull this pipe out of here and drain the coolant into our catch pan. So this bolt is pretty tight, and I'm going to heat it just a little bit with the torch just to get the casing up to 200 degrees or so, and just to make sure there's some wires and stuff. I'm going to just put a piece of tin foil back in here as a reflector. We'll heat that bolt and see whether that'll come out. So we got the engine and most of the coolant drained, but there is still fluid in the radiator, and this is on the left side of the bike. Here's the radiator here. There is a petcock right here, and I'm going to get a tool, loosen that up, and that should drain the fluid out of the radiator. That will complete the draining process. Then we just need to refill it. So I added the entire 1.5 liters of the Pentafrost NF into the radiator cap, and now I'm going to add the same amount of water. It takes about 3.5 liters, but I want to make sure that it's equal parts. So I'm going to pour the distilled water into the Pentafrost container because I know that's 1.5 liters, and then we'll top off from there. This bolt gets torqued to 80 inch-pounds. There we are. All right, let's fire this bad boy up. Make sure we don't have any leaks. level's full. Looks like we are good to go. Jay's already got a seatbelt on, so let's go for a test drive. So for the first time in our video series, what we didn't fix the problem. It's either the thermostat or the water pump, most likely. I've cleaned the radiator. I'm going to order a thermostat and put that in, and we will do an update next week when that arrives.